Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Thursday, September 9th, 2021. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's Major League Baseball and WNBA games, and I'll look ahead to today's games in each sport. Then I'll preview and predict the NFL season opener tonight between the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. I'll go over the latest news and notes and my best bet of the day. All right, we'll start in Major League Baseball, where we'll go over the results from yesterday, and we will look ahead to today's games. Mariners over the Astros 8-5. Seattle 76-64. Houston 81-58. Diego Castillo to win. Ryan Presley to loss. Giants over the Rockies 7-4. The Giants are 90-50. Colorado 63-77. Trevor Rogers to win. Carlos Estevez the loss, and Jake McGee the save. Rangers over the D-backs 8-5. The Rangers 51-88. D-backs 49-95. Getting the win was Jarrell Cotton, the loss Luke Weaver, and Joe Barlow the save. Twins over the Indians 3-0. The Twins 62-77. Cleveland 68-69. Joe Ryan the win. Tristan McKenzie the loss. Tyler Duffy the save. Tigers over the Pirates 5-1. The Tigers 66-55. Pittsburgh 50-90. The win. Drew Hutchinson the loss. Mitch Keller. Marlins over the Mets 2-1 and 10 on a walk-off single by Brian De La Cruz. Miami 58-81. Mets 70-70. Anthony Bender to win. Edwin Diaz the loss. Orioles over the Royals 9-8. Orioles 45-93. KC 62-77. By the way, they had a 9-run 8th inning, which is crazy. Getting the win was Manny Barreda the loss. Josh Stallman and Tyler Wells the save. Blue Jays over the Yankees 6-3. The Blue Jays 76-62. Yankees 78-61. Getting the win was Trevor Richards the loss. Clay Holmes and Joe Romano the save. Jordan Romano. Red Sox over Rays 2-1. The Red Sox 80-62. Tampa 88-52. Garrett Richards the win. JT Chargois the loss, and Hansel Robles the save. Nats over the Braves 4-2. The Nats 58-81. Atlanta 73-65. Austin Vogt the win. Richard Rodriguez the loss, and Kyle Finnegan the save. Cubs over the Reds 4-1 and 10 on a walk-off 3-run shot by Jason Hayward. The Cubs are 65-76. Cincinnati 74-67. Cody Heuer the win, and Brad Brock the loss. Brewers over the Phillies 4-3. The Brewers 86-55. Philly 71-68. Aaron Ashby to win. Connor Brogdon the loss, and Josh Hader the save. Cardinals over the Dodgers 5-4. Cardinals 70-68. LA 88-52. Adam Wainwright the win. Mitch White the loss, and Giovanni Gallegos the save. Padres over the Angels 8-5. The Padres 74-65. LA 69-71. Yu Darvish the win. Mike Myers the loss, and Mark Melancon the save. And the A's over the White Sox 5-1. Oakland 75-64. Chicago 80-59. Frankie Montas to win. Dallas Keuchel the loss. All right, looking ahead to today's games. Not many. 1:15 Dodgers Cardinals. Tony Gonsolin and Jake Wofford. The Dodgers minus 188, Cards plus 158, over under 8.5. Overs minus 112, unders minus 108. Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 108. Cardinals plus 1.5 is minus 102. I'm going to go Cardinals run line plus 1.5 minus 102. I really don't do the underdog run line often, but I'm going to do it here. Next up at 3:37, the White Sox and the A's. You got Ronaldo Lopez and Sean Manaea. White Sox plus 118, A's are minus 138, over under 8.5, minus 110 each way. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 184, Oakland minus 1.5 is plus 150. I'm going to go with the under 8.5 minus 110. 6 o'clock, Twins Indians. You got Randy Dobnak and Cal Quantrill. Indians minus 142. Twins plus 120 over under 9. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Twins plus 1.5 is minus 170. Indians minus 1.5 is plus 140. I'm going to go with over 9.5 minus 105. I don't feel good about it. Mets Marlins at 6:30. Marcus Stroman and Jesus Luzardo. Mets minus 178. Marlins plus 150 over under 7.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Mets minus 1.5 is minus 102. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 118. Again, the total's so low, but I know best bet didn't work out yesterday, but this total is so low. So I'm going over 7.5 minus 120. 7 o'clock, Rocks Phils. Antonio Sensatella and Ranger Suarez. Phillies minus 205. Rockies plus 170 over under 8. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Rockies plus 1.5 is minus 125. Phillies minus 1.5 is plus 104. Over 8 minus 115. Royals Orioles. Carlos Hernandez, John Means. Orioles minus 122. Royals plus 104 over under 9.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 182. Royals minus 1.5 is plus 150. I'm going to go over 9.5 and even money. The Orioles have been actually scoring some runs lately. Blue Jays, Yankees, Jose Barrios and Nestor Cortez Jr. Yanks minus 120, Toronto plus 102 over under 9.5, minus 110 each way. Blue Jays minus 1.5 is minus 192. Yanks minus 1.5 is plus 158. I'm going under 9.5, minus 110. And last but not least, 7:20 Nats Braves. Eric Feed, Huascar Yanoa. Braves minus 240. Nats plus 198 over under 9.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 190 or minus 115. Nats plus 1.5 is plus 102 or plus 104. Braves minus 1.5 is minus 125. I'm going to go over 9.5 at minus 110 as the total legit just moved. All right, now we'll do WNBA. We will recap the results from yesterday, and we will look ahead to the games for tonight. Mercury over the Dream, 76-75. The Mercury are 19-10. Atlanta 7-21. Shea Petty, 18 points for Phoenix, and Courtney Williams had 20 with 14 boards and 5 assists for Atlanta. Aces over the Lynx, 102-81. Aces 21-8. Minnesota 18-10. Jackie Young, 29 points, 10 boards. Ariel Powers had 20 for Minnie. One game tonight, 10:30 NBA TV. The Sun and the Sparks. The Sun have already clinched, but they're just playing for that one seed at this point. And LA is half game back at the Liberty for the 8th seed in the standings. So I'm going to go with the Sun on the road to continue their quest for the best record in the WNBA. All right, now I'm going to move on to the U.S. Open. I'm going to recap the quarterfinal matches from yesterday. And we'll look ahead to the women's semifinals for today. So, men's quarterfinals. 1-seeded Novak Djokovic over 6-seed Matteo Berrettini in 4 sets. And 4-seeded Alexander Zverev over Lloyd Harris in 3 sets. Women's quarterfinals from yesterday. 17-seeded Maria Sakkari upsets 4-seeded Carolina Pliskova in 2 sets. And how about this? Emma Raducanu upsets 11-seeded Belinda Bencic in 2 sets. All right, both semifinals are tonight. 7 o'clock, you have Cinderella Leylah Fernandez against 2-seed Arena Sablenka. Should be a fun match. Sablenka's minus 330. Fernandez plus 260. I'm going to go Sablenka in 3 sets. That is plus 270. So I'm going to go with that. And then at 8:15, you have Emma Raducanu and 17-seeded Maria Sakkari. Sakkari's minus 152. Raducanu plus 128. And I'm going to go Sakkari 2-1 and plus 290 for my pick in that match. And then we will preview and predict the men's semifinals and who will win each side of the U.S. Open on the big podcast tomorrow. All right, now I'm going to preview and predict tonight's NFL season opener between the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. If you didn't check it out already, I dropped the big NFL season predictions show late last night. So to the game. I project the Buccaneers as a 6.5-point favorite and the total of 53.35. Meanwhile, the Bucs are favored by 8.5. Total is 51.5. So, this line was 7.5 and the total is 52. And it looked like I was going to go with the slight over for the podcast play. Now, with these line movements, I am going to go with the Cowboys getting over a touchdown on the road. I could see there being like a little bit of a hangover for Tampa in the first half. So Cowboys first half money line, I think it's very, very interesting, as crazy as that sounds. And I think that the Bucs get going in the second half. It's a shootout. And Cowboys get the garbage time touchdown for the cover. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys to cover 8.5, but the Buccaneers to win straight up. So my projected final score I'm going to go 30-24 as my final score prediction for this game. So Buccaneers win either 30-23 or 30-24. Let's go 30-24. Buccaneers get the season going, trying to defend their crown at 1-0, although I do think that the Dallas Cowboys will cover the spread. All right, now I'm going to do today's news and notes. Not a lot today. So we didn't talk about this earlier, but U.S. men's national team gets a huge qualifying win over Honduras 4-1. So good for them as they try to qualify for the FIFA in 2022. Ben Simmons' message to the 76ers. It's not his job to fix his trade value. Admit off-season buzz. He's wrong. It is his job to fix his trade value. His trade value is so low because of his dismal performance against Atlanta in the postseason. So that came from ESPN's Brian Windhorst. Damian Lillard says he's back for more. He has expressed his loyalty to Rip City in an Instagram post amid trade rumors. So that's a good sign. Sidney Crosby to miss 6 weeks as he underwent a procedure yesterday for a wrist injury that's been lingering, and he's played through for years now. So Sidney Crosby looks like he's going to miss the start of the season for the Pittsburgh Penguins. No chance Jamal Adams extends soon as he throws cold water on the idea and will be a free agent after the season. Brian O'Neill becomes the NFL's second highest paid right tackle after getting a 5-year, $7.5 million extension. That's crazy. Good for Brian O'Neill, who was coming off a good year last year, as Minnesota locks up protection for Kirk Cousins. The New Orleans Saints acquire Bradley Roby from the Houston Texans, but will miss week 1 for PED suspension. So the Saints get some cornerback depth. So yesterday was a very special day for Larry Walker and, of course, Derek Jeter, as they were elected into the Hall of Fame. And obviously Jeter's the bigger story here. And Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, and Andy Pettitte were all there to support him, as well as Patrick Ewing and the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan. So that is really, really cool. That just shows how special Derek Jeter was, or is as a person and was as a baseball player. That you have all these other amazing athletes, not just his former teammates, but former Knicks star Patrick Ewing, and obviously MJ being there for him was just surreal. And Jeter called out a Hall of Fame voter in his speech. Thank you to the baseball writers, all but one of you who voted for me. That's just amazing that he called out that person. And Mariano Rivera is still the only unanimous Hall of Famer that we've had. And the Yankees' current team watched the Jeter speech during their pregame warm-up. So that's pretty cool. And Jeter also thanked the fans. I felt as tough as I was representing you, and I was representing all of New York. So I thought Jeter's speech was just fabulous. And he's just a classy guy. And this was a long time coming. This should have happened a year ago, but COVID canceled that. So 1 year later, he is officially inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And Larry Walker had a good speech as well, so you can't disclude him. I know I'm a little more loyal to Jeter because being a Yankees fan growing up, and he was my favorite childhood athlete, so I had to give a little love to Jeter there. Zach Eflin, to miss 6 to 8 months with knee surgery. That's a loss for the Phillies. He's a competent and reliable innings eater for the Phils. Curtis Samuel has a setback as the Washington receiver tweaked his groin warming up for practice yesterday after only returning last week. So that's something to keep an eye on as the season approaches here. Carson Wentz to play week 1 against the Seahawks just over a month after foot surgery. So, I mean, as bad as Carson Wentz was the last couple of years after tearing his ACL, he's certainly a better option than Jacob Eason, for crying out loud. So that's good that he's playing week 1. Plus the Colts, if they make the playoffs, that's a first-round pick that they gave up for him. And that's it for news and notes today. And last but not least, best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. Going to baseball. Not taking that Mets Marlins over again. I'm sorry. Just can't do it. So, for my best bet, but the Orioles just went down to a pick'em against the Royals. And they've been playing good ball lately as well. But I don't know if I really want to go there. But the one that jumped out to me was the over 8 in the Phils-Rockies game. I think that total's a little low. It should be 9. So I feel like I'm getting a run here. So I'm going to lay a unit on over 8 minus 118. And now it's up to minus 120. Try to get that in before it goes to 8.5. So there you have it for my best bet of the day. Over 8 in the Rockies-Phillies game for my best bet of the night. So there you have it for the show today. I know a short show today. Just didn't have a lot to talk about and whatnot. Tomorrow's the big show, obviously. We'll go over baseball results, WNBA results. Look ahead to the weekend and tomorrow, as well as NFL, college football, Major League Soccer. We'll go over NASCAR as the races will be happening this weekend. And then obviously news and notes and my best bet as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.